We are the building power from the Grassroots Up action team, baby. We are the only permanent action team within the USCAN network. Listen, it was your vote and belief in the critical work that this team could do that made that happen. Now, and the work that we've done over the past 4 years that I have been a part of this action team has truly been amazing.
Hi there, this is Alexander Easdale, Executive Director of the Southeast Climate and Energy Network and a proud member of the U.S. Climate Action Network and a longtime participant of the Building Power from the Grassroots Up action team. Heck, I was there in 2017 in Richmond and then in 2018 in Spokane, Washington, arguing with my good friend Reverend Michael Malcolm, making the case for this group not only to be a part of USCAN's action teams, but also to become a permanent action team of our network. So here we are, and my message to you is, are you ready for the build-up?
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 My name is Susanna Tuttle, and I am the Director of North Carolina Interfaith Power and Light. I participate as often as I possibly can in the Building Power from the Grassroots Up action team. I've been there since day one because I know that a healthy network and getting the work of climate justice done is about working together. We are one.
We are one.
We are one.
We are one.
Here at Building Power from the Grassroots Up, all we see is love. We're all in this together to combat climate change and environmental impacts that include injustices like racism, classism, sexism, ageism, and colorism. We're all leaning in no matter what to do what's best because our passion is for people, political power, and our planet.
One of the reasons I most like to go into this place, really to meditate and to pray, is because it's quiet, relatively speaking, and because it's relatively natural. But you can still hear all the sounds of the city around you. You can hear airplanes, you can hear traffic. But what it also reminds me of is that the way we do this work is as important as the work itself. And what I love about the Building Power from the Grassroots Up team is how we do the work. We respect everybody. We strive for justice and peace. And most importantly, we're by choice forming a community of character, a community with a strong moral voice and a voice that ultimately will prevail. And that's essential to this work.
As you can see, I live in rural NC. I am in a place where I need to be able to learn from the colleagues and friends that I have met through the U.S. Climate Action Network's Building Power from the Grassroots Up. I need to hear from frontline communities who are living in urban environments as well as rural. And the way we communicate together makes us stronger when we work together.
Hi, I'm Jen Chandler, Director of Operations at Elders Climate Action, and I'm fairly new to the Building Power from the Grassroots Up team. It hasn't taken me long to really recognize the true power that comes from hearing the diverse voices and perspectives of all of the climate leaders from across the nation that attend our meetings. And as a result, I have a more intimate understanding of the critical issues facing other regions of the country and how we can work together to address root causes and develop strategies. Being part of this team strengthens my resolve and my commitment to the work, and it really provides valuable guidance in grassroots organizing.
So my organization, Ours, came to USCAN as a vision without a 501c3 status. Here, even though I didn't have what I needed, I was supported in building up my organization and standing in my power as that organization. Organized Uplifting Resources and Strategies started out as a project for a certification program at Wake Forest, and it instantly became more of a mission to embody because the environmental space lacked people that looked like me. And in order to build true power, you need people. Since being in USCAN, many people have supported me in my work as a leader, making that local to global connection by working on behalf of community. There is power in doing this together.
There is power in doing this together.
There is power in doing this together.
There's power in doing this together. There truly is power in doing this work together.
There is power in doing this together. I've been a member of the USCAN since 2013, and as soon as the Building Power from the Grassroots Up action team was formed, I began to see more impacts and better solidarity across organizations, particularly in North Carolina and all across the Southeast. And together we formed the Southeast Faith Leaders Network through our time and relationships spent with Building Power from the Grassroots Up.
The influence of building power from grassroots up is in the fiber of our network and intersects every action team. We're strong supporters of Arm in Arm and will continue to be a part of its monumental movement going forward. We also support the JEDI and the international committees. Plus, we're pretty dope to work with.
As separate organizations and entities, we've all been doing this work on our own. But let's be real, that strategy isn't working. We all need each other in this movement if we want to make an impact on behalf of the community.
So this is the building where I live. It's an odd one. Kind of a New Orleans style hotel in the middle of Portland. And I'm showing you this just to give you a general idea of where I live and why, in particular, the climate issues that I'm going to discuss matter to me. In doing this, I'm going to take you to one nice park and show you pictures of a really ugly industrial facility. So this area of the park is called the Cloud Forest, and it is a deliberate attempt to try to make what was a logged area more like what a natural old-growth forest would be after a long period of time of regeneration. And it's got mixed species of trees. It's got undergrowth that's typical for this area, native species. And the idea is to reclaim this place and to make it more like God intended, more like nature, more like it was as it was cared for by the indigenous peoples who lived here from time immemorial.
I'll close by showing you the main environmental threat to my neighborhood. This is a huge energy infrastructure area that holds 350 million gallons of fossil fuels and petrochemicals. It's about 2 miles from my house, adjacent to the Willamette River and lying below Forest Park. Every day, these tanks emit air pollution that harms human health. Every day, these tanks are at risk of a catastrophic failure. In an earthquake, 200 million gallons of fuels and chemicals would be spilled. Fires could burn for days, filling the air with toxic smoke. Millions of gallons of fuels would seep into the ground and flow into the Willamette River. Virtually every large city in America has facilities like this. This facility was built up over 100 years. Today we have the technology, the imagination, and the spirit to make this facility a thing of the past. Are you ready for the build-up? We need you working for your people and places in solidarity with us to achieve climate and environmental justice for all.
The time is now.
But right now, we need your help. We need hands to be able to make this happen and move this forward. And it's going to be through you that we can make this happen. What we want to do is we want to grow our capacity as the action team.
The grassroots power that we are building comes from our network. If we don't have our network in community, building community, then how can we build up the power that we need to stand up for justice? No one wants USCAN to be just another network. Let's be a network of justice for the collective.
And with the Building Power from the Grassroots Up team, we are the power.
So I ask you again, are you ready for the build-up? Are you ready for the build-up?
Are you ready for the build-up?
Are you ready for the build-up?
Are you ready for the build-up?
Are you ready for the build-up?
So are you ready for the build-up? I believe you are.
Well, guess what? It's time for you to help us build power from the grassroots up. Together we can do this. I believe we will win, but we need each other. So come together and let's build power.